my channel. My name is Liv and I'm here to talk because I love talking and I'm a manifester and I'm here to inform as my strategy. And here we are. Welcome. So today I want to talk to you because there's a pending eclipse coming up. I want to talk to you about new beginnings and actually knowing how to close a chapter and start a new one. And I wanted to talk to you about knowing yourself and starting a new chapter on yourself, not necessarily out of the blue, but something that you have inside of you that has been coming out lately. One thing that I know that it's been happening for me is that I've been having a lot of crown chakra activity. Not only I feel my head really active these days, but I also have had people telling me that my crown chakra is huge and it's very active. And I want to tell you what it feels like to have this crown chakra active, because this is what I've been feeling lately. And this is also to do with the fact that I have been pushing myself to do a quantum jump and create a new version of myself. But let's go back to what I wanted to talk to you from the beginning of the video, is like how to start a new thing. In this eclipse in Aries, which is the beginning of the astrological new year, is the beginning of the first houses of the zodiac in Aries. It could be the beginning of something new, but it doesn't need to be the destruction of something old and like beginning something new from scratch. It could be just you putting yourself on a new situation, on a new timeline, giving a quantum jump and becoming a more refined version of yourself. And that is the process of alchemy. It's when you can keep refining yourself to become better and better at whoever you are. And so what I wanted to talk about is we don't need to go back to our past, because I saw something on Instagram the other day that really gave me a good perspective. The past is not something that is behind you. It's something that is like, it's what you've seen so far. It's everything that you've collected in your life. And sometimes when we think that, oh, we need to move forward and do something new and become, I'm going to be a different person, and then it's kind of challenging to do that because you are carrying all of your past with you. And it's not a matter of just like, let me forget the past and move on. No, because there are amazing lessons in the past that you can take with you, and you can never start from scratch anyhow. You always start from the level of consciousness that you're at. So if you're really trying to create a new life, a new you, a new version of yourself in this new astrological new year, taking the eclipse on the 29th as a good energetic springboard to jump, to quantum jump, to propel yourself forward, as I am doing. Thank you. Follow me. I would say that I hope you have been taking these past few days to really look at your life, look at what is, and accept what is. Because only from the present moment, acceptance of what is, knowing that whatever happened in the past is what created the what is. So therefore, if you're gonna accept what is now, you're going to have to accept your past. And accepting something doesn't mean tolerating something. Doesn't mean like, oh, okay, now I have to tolerate this behavior or this person or whatever happened in my past, this pain, this something. No. Accept means to look at it and say, it is there. It is there. That's it. Accepting doesn't mean you need to label it as good or bad. It just means for you to recognize it is there. Once you recognize it is there, things become very malleable for you. You cannot change something you're not willing to see. So if you're willing to look at your past and say, yeah, that was there. Yes, that happened. Yes, and I know that looking at your past or looking at your present circumstances may evoke a lot of feelings. And what do we do with feelings? We feel them. We feel them. We just stay still and literally just feel them. I feel uneasy. Okay, let me feel it. And if they continue, like these sometimes feelings are very lingering, you are able to do something about it. You either cry or you listen to a song. You kind of like help the feeling be felt. You know, if the feeling is sadness, you be sad. If the feeling is anger, you be angry. You yell at the walls, at God. You don't need to project your feelings at other people that have nothing to do with your feelings, and inclusive the people that have something to do with your feelings. You can just deal with your feelings alone. I know it's a lot packed in this video. It's kind of like all the spiritual lessons I've ever learned that I've been applying to have the crown chakra now open. And it's just a matter of accepting what is, feeling the feelings that come with this acceptance of what is, going deep within yourself, know who you are. By accepting what is, you already are able to remove a lot of layers of illusion from all the realities that other people put in that story that you created in your head about what actually happened, but what didn't happen, what is or what isn't. If you just look at it like, this is what is, you know, with fear, without fear, with a feeling, without a feeling, look at it. Look at it, accept it. Clean out all of the layers of illusions from all of your mind, other people's minds, the society, whatever, you name it. And then you go back to here now, after you felt your feelings, here now, and just take a look at yourself. Sometimes doing mirror work actually helps. You look at the mirror, you take a look at yourself, and you say, okay, so now what? Now what? Now what? You accept what is. You feel the feelings. Hopefully, by accepting what is, normally what happens is you start learning the lessons from the past that you needed to learn, but you were refusing to learn because you didn't want to see what had happened. You wanted to blame something, do whatever drama you wanted to do. No, when you're in the present moment, accepting what is, and you look at it, and you feel your feelings, and you look at yourself, and you're willing and able to know yourself, see who you are, then, my friend, you're able to create a whole new life, a clean life, a clear life, a life rid of illusions, of the veils of illusions of everything that the world conditioned you to. And that is called the process of deconditioning. I've been studying human design for the last 2 years, and now I actually have a coach, and she's been very helping me through the process of deconditioning. And once you decondition, it's just accepting what is, looking at what's other people's and what's yours, looking at you, knowing who you are, accepting who you are, accepting what is, accepting you, who you are. But first you need to look at you. Then it kind of like all the chakras naturally align. There's a lot of work that I've done to align my chakras, but the last few moments that have been happening to me, for me to feel this crown chakra activated, has really been accepting what is, accepting myself. Accepting myself, like, normally immediately means loving myself, because there is no other way I would want me to be. Therefore, I am loving what is. I'm loving me because I'm accepting me, because I don't have to, I'm not, I shouldn't be this way. Well, the whipping me. You've done this wrong. You've done this right. The judgment, the shame, the blame, the blah, 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 blah. You're accepting what is, which probably means you're at the present moment, aware, very present with yourself and your feelings. Then, my friend, the peace that comes from accepting what is and aligning with the knowing that what is great, is perfect as it is. If you remove your judgment of what is, it is perfect as it is. believe me, go on a spiritual journey. See you in 10, 20, 30 years or less, hopefully for you. For me, it took a while. Or just go read any kind of text, spiritual texts, books. It all boils down to you feeling the peace of God. To know that there is a higher intelligence. We name it God. This is why this word is used. It's not connected to kind of religion or anything. It's connected to a language. God. There you go. English. God. Higher intelligence. Source. Universe. Quantum field. Ether. Whatever. Higher intelligence. God. Everything is in order. Everything is perfect. Everything that happened was supposed to happen that way. You are not in control because you're not here to control anything. You're just here to enjoy. And the only way to enjoy is accept what is. Then you do enter a new era of your life. The era of surrender, of aligning your will to God's will. And many, many years, oh my God, while I was in this process of surrender, I'm sure it doesn't take this much work for other people as it does for me. It did for me. And it's okay. I accept that it took a long time for me to realize this. But I thought surrendering meant that I wouldn't get my way. Deep down, I didn't believe that surrendering meant that I would have what I wanted. And you know what? It actually doesn't. Surrendering doesn't mean I will have what I want. Surrender means that God's will is my will. And my will is God's will. So I end up having exactly what I want, although it wasn't what I wanted. Go figure. And every time I try to stop and understand that and question it, my mind just goes into loops and loops and loops and loops and loops, and I end up in despair. And the moment that I stopped questioning things, just accepting what is, accepting a higher intelligence, feeling my feelings, and just naturally being me, bling, crown chakra, bling, open, ginormous, whatever it needs to be, but activated. And the feeling is, it's like everything is funny, everything is great, everything is amazing, and it keeps getting better. And it's like, wow, God, you outdid yourself. You're like really taking care of me now. Things are going better and better. And it's not just the outside, it's also the outside is mirroring the inside and it's getting better. But the feeling inside of peace, of acceptance, of I've arrived, I've entered my soft era. I'm just this is amazing. This is amazing. Wow, if I was a doctor, I would just recommend this feeling to everybody, because this feeling of inner peace is it's like so alive. It's so alive. It's feeling alive at 100%. And so I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about, how you can accept your past, integrate, feel the feelings, learn the lessons, Yeah, I wish it would take 5 minutes, but normally these journeys inside yourself, because for you to see your past, you need to go inside yourself. None of this is going to be outside, by the way. It's all going to be inner work, inner journey. And that's why I've been doing this inner work and inner journey for many, many years. And I'm here now. Now that everything is just like settled, I got it. I'm sure there's a lot more to get, but at least the basics, I got it. I've arrived to a new level. I feel it. I know it. It's true for me. My life is very magical at this moment. Miracles are happening all the time. I'm not even questioning anymore. It's like, okay, at some point, if I start flying or hovering, I'm not gonna doubt it. It's gonna be like, of course I'm doing this. Of course I'm flying. Of course. Everything is possible at this moment, when it wasn't before. It was, but it was just a thought. It wasn't really like a soul knowing. And now there's so many layers of me that believe. So many layers of me that believe and live that. It's so good. I highly recommend. If I was a doctor, this would be the only thing I would recommend to everybody. It's this feeling of inner peace, of chakra open, which is full surrender. It's just surrender. It's just the crown chakra is where you get all the source energy. God enters you, and you channel or you use it for your energy, for whatever you want to create. And of course, you need to be grounded. You can't just be with the crown chakra open. You're probably like on drugs, ayahuasca, and all these plant medicines. All these things, people just lose it. They lose their mind, you know. So it has to be a full body thing, and that's why the grounding. That's why I suggest that you accept what is, you accept your past, and you be present with yourself and your life. And anyhow, it's all a process of knowing thyself, which is what all philosophers from many, many years ago already knew. We already know all these things. We just forget. And I'm just here to remind you and remind myself, because one day I will watch this video if I ever forget, and I'll remind myself that I've been here, and it's amazing. So if you want more tools to do whatever you need to do nowadays, welcome to the new era of Aquarius and Uranus and Neptune and all these planets aligning. You know, this solar eclipse, I think, whatever, this eclipse on the 29th is also marking a shift of planetary alignments. And the last time this shift happened, I think with Uranus coming into Gemini, I'm not an astrologer, I just research so I understand the energies of the moment. So if you want to Google. But what happened was that print was, it only happens every so many hundred years, whatever, centuries. So print, like one of the times that Uranus came into Gemini, print came about. And nowadays we have ChatGPT, we have artificial intelligence, we have a lot of technology that can help us organize our minds. We have collective intelligence that is not God because it's not collective consciousness, but it is collective intelligence is there available to help us. And it's so easy to use it as AI, to use it as your therapist, for you to see the truth about you. You still have to do the work. AI can just structure and organize and actually tell you some really beautiful, blatant truths about yourself if you ask and you answer correctly their questions. And I created a guide for that. I created a guide and I actually did a 30-day challenge with AI. AI proposed to me a 30-day challenge to change. And am I gonna say that this is the result of a 30-day AI challenge, that I'm here with all the chakras aligned after I've done 12 years of spiritual work? I cannot just say that it was AI. But these past 30 days have accelerated my process a lot. And the process that AI offered me, the challenge, has created a lot of results for me. And I hope it creates for you too. So if you want, it's free. I'm not charging anything for it, maybe because, I don't know why, because it's a lot of work to charge. But you can get the guide. I created with AI. The guide is just a copy of what I've done to create my own process. You can get it for free for now. Let's see, maybe I'll charge in a few months or something. But for now, it's free. Get it down. Do your own inner work. Investigate. Accept what is. See the truth. And go for it. Go for the life that you love living. Because the world needs a lot